Oh man, we're here for the secrets. You're clicking and watching this live, hoping that we solved every problem in your business right now. Maybe not, but no matter
Or
what,
maybe
welcome
so.
in. Welcome in. We're glad you're here. And yes, we do want to talk about, I don't even think it's probably not a unique perspective in any way, shape, or form, but one that needs constant re-emphasis and reorientation. And that's what produces long-term success, what creates long-term success as a private practice owner, as a business owner, and as someone who wants to do anything with a level of consistency in their life or see a massive result. So we're going to dig into that, briefly today because it's really important.
Yeah, there's kind of this maybe overarching concept, I think, and we're talking about like secret, right? This is like this element that has such profound cascade that it's hard to not acknowledge it as the secret. And I think it's this concept, Josh, if you're all right with me revealing it, it's this concept of not doing it alone.
Yeah.
No matter how big you want to get, no matter what information you need, don't go at it alone. I mean, honestly, you have to build a really big or sustainable or wealthy business in terms of time, cash, whatever it is, with the help of others. I think of this funny story of almond milk, where it's like you go to the store and buy almond milk for like, I don't know how much almond milk is, $6, $8, $4, $5. We'll say $5. And almond milk, this gallon of almond milk you can actually make with like just a super small cup of almonds, water, and a blender. And it's like, if you just knew that you could do that, could you save money and time and energy by going to the grocery store and doing other things? And so I think a lot of times the purpose of the story really is just like ignorance, or not knowing, or not having resources is one of the big reasons why maybe you're slowed down, or you have to do things in a way that's less cost effective or less whatever else. And so don't have the ignorance. Don't go at it alone. Enlist other things or people or other helpers to help you.
Yeah. I grew up in a family where we had the equivalent of a used car lot for our driveway. I have four siblings, and so when we were all driving age, we're all pretty close together. It was just like literal pile of like cheap cars, just because we needed so many of them to get around, and we weren't super well off from that category of things. The consequence of that was constantly needing to be like towed and have the cars jump started. And I think of this lesson of, yes, people teaching you things that you don't know and being the shortcut, being the mentor, revealing knowledge. That is a huge part of this, right? They can speed you up. But there's also moments when you're burnt out, you're broken down, you're stuck. And what's funny is you can have your car that's dead, and you can even have the jumper cables, right? You can have the tool needed, but you need someone else's energy to jumpstart the car. You need the second car, the second person, just to get your ball moving again. And I have found that a lot in my life, emotionally and mentally and spiritually at different points, where I have just desperately needed a community, a mentor, a peer that was at the same stage of life to come alongside of me, right? One of the other broken down, half working cars could totally jump, my car even, right? As long as, it was working at that present moment, didn't have to be something else. And just that jump starting process. So yes, it reveals knowledge that we need to have that could make our lives easier, but it also keeps sort of the bottoming out effect of getting stuck. And I think that was a huge pivotal time for both me and Attilio when we became partners for this business. Is I think both of us have shown a level of consistency over the last couple of years that was not as present when we were solo owners of the business. So maybe step one is finding a really solid business partner to go along with. But we also met inside of mentorship and coaching programs, and that's how our partnership started. And that also, we recently just joined another one for our level of our business, and I'm already gaining so much energy and so much momentum from it, regardless of whether it's making me more money in a direct way or fixing a direct problem. It's doing that too. And so it's just the encouragement that whether it's, our Therapy Flow community, a very intentionally built community to not just help you solve problems and like provide consulting, but also provide a venue for practice owners to do the business building alongside of each other. Like, you need that source of pure relationship as a business owner because it's a very hard, unique experience.
Yeah, I think, and I think we can all agree, building and operating a business is oftentimes one of the hardest things that you or others around you may ever do in their life. It's one of the hardest things, and it's one of those things that's also really high reward too. If you crack the code on it, if you take the time and make it work and get it to work the way that you want it to. And I think in terms of community, one of the big reasons why we encourage community and positivity, especially inside of this community, especially in our program, we say it oftentimes too, like sharing wins, sharing positivity. You create an environment of success, you create an environment of wins, but you also create an environment of hope. You create an environment of perseverance. You create an environment of there's obstacles, we overcome obstacles, and then we're on to the next obstacles. And for better or for worse, a lot of the time, if you frame wins and if you frame community and positivity in a light where it's like, that person did it, so can I. That person's not special, I could do it too. That person was just like me a year ago and they just did something else. Having this element is like hard to refute. Especially if you can get past the layer of someone else is successful and I'm not successful, and so I have to break everyone else down because I'm not successful. If you can get past that layer and start saying others are successful and that does not inhibit me from being successful, I think you start getting able to allow community to be really successful for yourself.
Yeah, 100%. And one of the reasons why many of you are trying to make the impact you're trying to make right now is because of the difference you want to make in people's lives. And you know that one of the best ways to do that is to provide a resource, which is your time or any other therapist time that's on your team, to sit with the person who's trying to seek help and do it with them. Both reveal knowledge, provide energy, and provide the space for it to happen. And just as an encouragement, when you're going after big goals and you're trying to solve big problems, for some people that's overcoming trauma for your clients and solving big things in their life so they can feel whole. And for you, it's trying to build something that does not exist yet. And that is one of the most exciting things that's happening on a daily basis. But also, that's very difficult and oftentimes can really get stalled out because of the myriad of circumstances that almost are pushing against you from trying to make that happen. One of the best ways and best places to flesh that out are with peers and are with coaches and are with mentors. And that's one of the biggest reasons why we provide our type of program. And we are just big believers in you being a part of both free communities and paid communities. We've been loving some of the extra questions and processes in our Facebook group. So please hop in. Please ask more questions. Please make Attilio and I give more value if we possibly, wherever you need it. And then with that, if you are, I just say it boldly, like if you're lonely in your business building right now, whether it's with us in our community, the free or, our deeper programs or someone else's, I just encourage you that the number one action you can take that's going to help you do this hard thing of business ownership and private practice growth over the next 3 to 5 years and beyond is being a part of a place that has resources, that has knowledge, and that has energy in the ecosystem that you can draw from.
I love it. I don't have anything else to add there, guys. Find your community, find your mentors, find your information. Don't go out alone. Self-made is a myth. Everyone has help.
For sure. Get the help. We'll see you guys next time.